Oh my God, what is this? What's going on over here? PA. What does this mean? PA? Projector assistance? Oh, look, it's a box. It's a box, and inside the box, it's a box. So we unboxing the box inside the box. Hey, what's up, guys? You know what this is, right? Of course you know what this is. You know what this is. You know it. It clearly says on the description. Down below. Yeah, right down below. Down below. And up, you will see the title. Okay? And down here, you're going to see where you can click theater mode. You can click theater mode, okay? So it can be a bigger screen. Alright, so let's get into this. This basically is a BENQ. Let me just tell you a short story, because I have to give a shout out to somebody, because if it wasn't for this person, I wouldn't even know, I wouldn't even have any clues that this actually existed. Because this is like my first time getting into projectors. I recently got into projectors, so I wasn't like up to date with all the projectors and companies and brands. So I want to give a shout out to Mindseed TV. That's Mindseed altogether. Mindseed TV. I will give a link down below so you can click on his channel. Because of him, I find out about the BENQ. Okay. Originally, I was gonna go with a Optima HD UHD 60, Optima UHD 60, and I was gonna spend about $2,000 for that model. Then I come across his channel and his video, and I'm like, wait a minute, BENQ also has a 4K HDR cinematic experience projector, model number HT-2550. It's a smaller projector, and it supports 4K HDR. It uses the same upshifting, pixel shifting technology that produces that 8.3 million pixels, okay? And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I don't like big projectors. You know, I'm not a huge fan of these big giant projectors, and Optima UHD 60, it's a gigantic. I've seen it in person. It's like ridiculously huge. All right. And I'm like, man, I'm not a huge fan of that either. I like something smaller where I can take it with me, you know, put in my 511 bag, and it's not too heavy. So this is like a perfect projector for me. So I want to give a big shout out to Mindseed TV. Check him out. He did an excellent review on this thing. And thanks to you, because of you, I was able to save about $600 to $700. And I got something that's a better deal right here for me personally. Okay? And I will talk about this in my next videos. This is just going to be unboxing. We're going to unbox this, set it up really quick, and then we'll do a bunch of tests with this thing. All right? So without me wasting 3.5 minutes, let's go ahead. Let's unbox this thing, shall we? Okay, so let's look at the box really quick. You know, box, it's nothing, you know, fancy-pantsy. It's very simple. It has 4K HDR cinematic experience. It says right here on the front. And then here's the model number, HT-2550. There it is, HT-2550. HDR cinematic experience, digital projector, BENQ, okay? And then on this side, you have all these other features, HDR, 4K HDR, letting you know that it has a good representation of color gamut here, which is Rec 2020, Rec 709. So the representation of the color on this thing is going to be excellent with the HDR and the luminous bright light, which is about 2200. And contrast ratio, I believe it's 10,000 to 1. And there is that cinematic color, Rec 709, which I was referring to earlier. So this means that HDR and the colors will definitely pop with that 8.3 million pixels. And here on the top you have Cinematic Color, which is Rec 709, Cinema Master, which also reproduces that beautiful color with HDR. So with this 4K projector, not only are you getting a 8.3 million pixels, they're being shifted, and natively they're being shifted to fit that gigantic ratio of 120 to 180 inch. In my case, I'll be using this thing with 188 inches across the diagonal wall. And the reason why I got the projector in 4K, because the best way for you to experience all of that pixel count detail, it's through a big giant canvas. Okay, big giant projector. Today I cannot talk. I know what's going on. Something's going on. The gods of grammar are just pissing on me. More like gods of pronunciations. Anyway, it has Cinematic Color, has Cinema Master, has HDCP 2.2 HDMI. It's only one, so that's cool. And of course, 4K HDR, 8.3 million pixels. In using that up shifting technology, that it's a shifter. What that basically means that the projector, the DLP projector, it's going to present it's going to upshift every single pixel to 8.3 million. So you're going to get a really sharp detail, okay? And it has a nice little handle here. There it is. You hold it, you take it with you. It's a nice box. Now, let's unbox this. I already wasted 7 minutes. Let's unbox this thing, shall we? Okay, so when you open the top box, little door right here, when you open it and move these to the side, okay, you get presented right here with a nice styrofoam, and wrapped inside obviously is the projector. I'm also gonna compare this projector to my Epson 2150 home cinema, which is right over here. I'm going to compare it just to see in terms of a size and how big they are. So let me go ahead, let me pull this sucker out. I already wasted 7 minutes, and I know you guys are gonna hate the fact that I wasted 7 minutes. So let's go and let's pull the sucker out. Okay, so there it is. I have unboxed it, and I do have to say they really did a great job, fantastic job with the front, with the black, gray, and gold right here, and a gold 4K HDR that's sitting right there. They really did a fantastic job. They really made this box and this projector designed really well. There's your fan and heat blower right here. You can clearly see it. That blows right over here. Now this thing doesn't have any filters because it's DLP. DLP doesn't require a filter. Only 3 LCD technology requires a filter. But one cool thing that I really like about this projector, it is really compact and small. It's really not that big. There's a buttons layout right here. Power button, back menu, mode, echo mode, source. So everything is there for you. It has a BENQ, it has a nice little remote control, which is also good as well. I think this lights up. I'm not sure. I might have to look and see. By the way, this projector also supports 3D. So you have 4K, HDR, and a 3D. So you got everything to go here on this projector. Okay. Then right here you got your focus with your zoom lens. Right here you can focus, and then you can zoom in. Depending on, some of you always been asking me this question with the projectors, how do you achieve 188 inches? Well, you have to first of all measure your room. and how much of distance would you need for this projector to achieve 188 inches. I think you can go to a BENQ website and they will tell you how many feet you need to be away from the wall to achieve 120 or 188 inches. With me, it's about 8.5 feet to 9 feet. I can achieve 188 inches. And another thing that's really good about this BENQ is the fact that it has a lot of breathing ventilation here for the heat to go out. So you don't have to worry about this projector overheating because it has plenty of ventilation here to blow out that heat, so you should be good. But then again, you have to take care of your projector just like anything else. And then let's look in the back right here really quick. By the way, there's the power cord. There's no like a big giant brick that comes with it. It's just a regular AC power cord, which is the American standard power cord right here. You plug it in the back. Now let's look in the back right here. What we have audio in and audio out. We got a PC VGA, and we got HDMI HDCP 2.2. This is going to be the main one that I'll be using right here through my Oppo. HDMI 2, just a regular HDMI 2. This one will not support HDR pass-through, so keep that in mind. Only this one will support HDR pass-through. That's why it has HDCP 2.2. And then here you got another port right here if you want to connect your PC and other devices. These things I'll never use because no one's going to be using this to begin with, but you can if you want. Then here you got your Type A USB. You can connect your hard drive, and from there you can watch your movies that you downloaded. And there's the DLP technology right there. So that's pretty much all you have in the back. And from what I heard, this one has a really nice speakers built inside. 5-watt speakers, but they sound pretty good. And here you get your CD that you can use. Obviously, I would never use this CD. The firmware update you want to get directly from their website, connect to the internet. Don't ever use those. Those are outdated. And here's the batteries that comes in with it. This is your quick guide, 1700 HT-2550. Okay. Now 1700, I guess that's a European model. The American model, it's HT-2550. They're just doing this for a regional purpose. All right, so let's. Oh yeah, there's a little cover here. Okay, that has right here. There's a little cover. I forgot to show you. There's a little cover right here. Right here. You can take it out, and you can put some coffee in there if you want. Colonel, hell, 3000, hell. Did I call you hell or hell? All right. Let's put this back. What am I doing, Colonel? It looks like a coffee mug. All right. Anyway, let's plug it in really quick and let's fire it up and let's see how it looks, shall we? Now, I just want to show you the size and comparison between the two. Epson, it's a bit longer in length. This one, it's a bit wider in length. But they're pretty much both identical in size. Now, the one cool unique feature about both of these is the fact that they're very small. They're very portable. You can take them with you, put it in a 511 bag. You can put both of these in 511 bag, take them with you, and you're good to go. Okay? So, to me, this is the reason why I went ahead with BENQ instead of Optima. Optima, UHD 60 and UHD 65 is gigantic. It is like twice the size of this. It's like ridiculous. Okay, I plugged the cord in. There it is, right here. Now I'm going to press the power button, see what happens. That's the DLP technology, that's spinning mechanism. And now we should see it on screen. So the first thing it's gonna ask you is how are you watching your projector? Are you watching it from the front, on the table? Are you putting it on the front ceiling, rear ceiling? So this is the first step you have to go through. Oh, look at this. The remote actually lights up with this, it lights up with this color. This orange reddish color. That's pretty cool. All right, Houston, we have a problem. This remote control doesn't work. What the F, BENQ? What the F? BENQ. Come on, BENQ. This is usual, typical of me. I always get a lemon. I need the remote, man. I don't want to be, you know, doing squats and freaking jumping up and down to press buttons here. What are you doing to me, BENQ? It doesn't work. It doesn't respond. Okay, so here I am, 4K resolution, color depth, 36-bit per pixel, HDR it's on. So let's go fire up Forza Horizon 3. Let's see how Forza Horizon 3 looks. I must say, I'm impressed by the sound quality of this thing. And look, this looks amazingly sharp. I just boot up Forza Horizon 3, and this thing looks just super awesomely sharp and detailed. This is HDR being presented here. You can use the detail enhancer if you want. There's a bunch of features built into it, which I'm gonna cover that later on. This is a DLP, just so you know. There's the menu right there, brightness, HDR, focus. Okay, so here we got HDR mode. I have to kind of move back because this is a gigantic screen, you know, 188 inches, native 4K, HDR, and you truly get to see just how beautiful it looks, man. Even on this camera, you can see that sharpness popping out, the color popping out. There's HDR option here. You can click on it right here. It's gonna be 1 sec. There it is. I keep it on automatic. The best thing to do with HDR, it's keep it on automatic. So we come down here, HDR, keep it on automatic. That's the best thing to do. Keep it on automatic right here. Click OK, automatic. There. Wait a few seconds. Let the processor inside BENQ detect the HDR. So keep it on automatic. Now it's scanning, it's going to find it in a minute. Just wait a little bit. It's still scanning. And there it is. It got it. All right, let's go ahead and fire up this game. Let's drive around a little bit and let's check it out. And I have to admit, the vividness, the detail that you see is truly remarkable. Again, I'm like 8.5, 9 feet away from this. If I get closer, you will see just exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, look at this detail. It's popping out of this wall, and the color and HDR. It's just phenomenal, man. It's a night and day. And this is why I keep telling people, if you want to experience that 4K 8.3 million pixels resolution, the best way to experience that is through a big giant screen. In this case, 188 inches that I have here. And you see every detail and everything comes to life, man. So anyway, I purposely put this in a photo mode. I have to be 8 feet away so that way you guys can see just how beautiful this looks. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you guys can see this detail. Look at this, man. It looks fantastic. So this is what it's all about, guys. I know I just plugged this in. This is unboxing and a setup, quick setup. I will test a bunch of things with this BENQ 4K HDR. But I can tell you, my first impressions are, I'm blown away, man. I'm blown away by the sharpness and detail. I'm blown away by HDR here. Okay? And Look, you will never see this kind of detail on a 65 inch or 75 inch. To truly appreciate this detail, you gotta put this sucker on 120 inch and 188 inch. You see, this shit goes all the way up to the ceiling, and I have to be like 8 feet away so that way my camera can capture it. Okay, but you have to trust me, this is super sharply detailed. All right. So there you have it, guys. By the way, the remote control works. I just have to adjust my IR blaster. It's working fine. We're gonna do some more tests. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fire this up again. We're gonna test a bunch of stuff, bunch of games, PlayStation 4 Pro, Apple 4K TV, Oppo. We're gonna test everything on this thing. All right, but my first impressions are pretty darn good, man. Pretty darn good. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. Hopefully you liked this video. Thank you for watching.